I want you to picture something for me. You wake up one Saturday morning to enjoy your weekend, and while getting out of bed, you hear your doorbell and reluctantly wake up to look through the peephole. It's just a 5-year-old kid. Seeing no threat at all, you begin wondering if he's lost. After opening the door, however, the kid pulls out a sharp knife. He begins running towards you with murderous intent. You immediately get your guard up and try to stop him, but no matter what you say, "I'll give you all the free candy and Robux you need," he doesn't stop. You desperately try to disarm him by using force. You swing your punch, but he fails to dodge it. You accidentally use too much force though. Yeah. And he's pretty much gone at this point. Knowing that no official will ever believe you, you just hide his body and move on with your life. It's Sunday now, and you can't forget what happened. You hear the doorbell again and open the door to see the same 5-year-old kid running at you with a knife. As creepy as this sounds, I need you to focus. This is no time to overthink. You swing your punch again, but this time, he dodges. But thankfully, you just swing your other hand and get him again. Yeah. This whole cycle repeats the next day, but this time he dodges the second punch too. So you grab him and throw him on the floor. Yeah. This cycle keeps on repeating, and you're probably wondering, it's just a 5-year-old, what's the worst he can do? Here's where you're f***ing wrong. He keeps on coming back every single day, and no matter what you do, nothing stops him. And every time he comes, he learns something new from you. And although you're smart enough to figure it out and read his patterns, he will always have the advantage over you simply because of his infinite chances. He will keep on coming back, learning your patterns until they're not new anymore. And your loss is inevitable. The reason you're doomed is because you have to win every single time, while he just needs to win once. Okay, now snap out of it. I know that there is no way that this is ever happening in real life, but I just want you to think about every game's antagonist. And surprise, surprise, this happens in almost every game that I can think of. But thankfully, you're the 5-year-old in the situation, and you're the one with free will. You have the ability to keep on trying to win. But I want you to understand that you're actually a lot more menacing than you think. See, the 5-year-old learns very slowly. If there was an immortal 5-year-old after me who memorizes one of my moves each day, I'd probably be dead by natural causes before he could even lay a finger on me. But you, my friend, are not the 5-year-old. Your learning is at least 70 times faster than the rate of that kid. So the antagonist needs to be very careful as to not teach you everything at once, which is probably why most bosses have stages of their fights where they optionally regain their health. Bruh. It's so annoying when that happens because you essentially feel like you've done your best and the game just takes a fat dump on you saying screw you, do it again. But speaking of regenerating health, the 5-year-old can't really do that since I essentially made him a one-shot kill. But in almost any game that I can think of, the character can heal. You think the kid chasing you was scary, now think about how scary you really are. The boss only heals once, but you can heal dozens of times. You're essentially invincible. Imagine punching the kid and just when you thought you were winning, all his bruises just magically disappear. Yeah, not a pleasant thought. Also, why did I even take a 5-year-old as an example? Well, it's too late to change that now. If that wasn't bad enough, every time you encounter such a difficult boss for the first time, you think of how unfair it is that the boss takes a meh amount of damage while he does this to you.
That's quite big.
This argument is actually so dumb because of course he does a shit ton of damage, because if it was the same, you'd probably be a restless ghoul. This is also probably why the boss seems a lot weaker when you unlock him as a playable character. You sort of trade your damage for the ability to gain free will. And for some reason, this comes up as a surprise to most people, but it's still a bigger buff than anything the character could have ever achieved. Balancing the game aside, imagine gaining the same immortal ability of the 5-year-old for yourself. There is no way you're not going to take over the world. Absolutely no one stopping you, not even all the governments of the world combined. Like, what are they gonna do? Nuke you? Shoot you? They'll eventually run out of bombs, and though they won't run out of bullets, you might just find a way around them. Now, what if I told you that you actually own this ability? You aren't immortal, nor is this on the same scale, but you still possess the ability of learning, which is why you're able to learn the boss's attack patterns to begin with. I'm glazing this whole thing up, but all of this just boils down to training. Whether you want to learn sports, martial arts, get better at a competitive game, or just trying to grab a lighter faster. It's all the very same. Whatever you train for, you'll be better at. Now, regardless of the game, I want you to think about this before every boss fight you get into. You think you're the one who's afraid, but in reality, you're the one that's actually genuinely f***ing terrifying. So stop raging over that game. Time is just on your side. If you like videos like this, then consider subscribing because I'm on the verge of getting evicted. And check out some of my other videos if you want to.